Welcome to the ShadowTrader Video Weekly. This is Scott Gillum from ShadowTrader.net filling in for Peter Resnichek. Title of this video is The Path Clear. Let's start out with the SPX. You can see the SPX has made its move from the all-time highs at 2873 all the way down to about 2537. Interestingly, stopped right at the 200 period moving average, or the simple moving average, and now we've bounced in the past 6 days. So we've moved back up to a 50% recovery or 50% fib on Wednesday, pushed above that on Thursday to recapture the next moving average, or that 50 period simple moving average. Friday, movement to the 20 period moving average and a back off, now back down to close in and around the 20 period once, or the 50 period once again. Is the path clear here? A recovery back in price above the 61.8 makes that much clearer for us for a move to the upside. So between the 20 and the 50, our best path here in my estimation, our estimation, is a slow move in a consolidating or stair-step method to the upside in some time so we can build value here in the S&P 500. Targets. First target would be the 61.8 or the 2750 level, and then short-term or longer-term target anyway would be the 2800 as a recapture. Let's move on to the NDX, the other major indices. You can see the NDX versus the S&P 500, that path is a little more clear. The fog has lifted a bit. High again, 70.24 or 23, all the way down to its 61.76 level. The interesting point is we did not get down to the 200-day moving average. The bounce ensued, and I believe this was stopped or rendered no further down on the NASDAQ due to the overall market bouncing. So we recovered back to the 50% or the 50 fib back on Wednesday again above the 50 period moving average. That's the red line you see here. Almost tagged on Wednesday the 61.8 recovery. Thursday was definitely a move above the 61.8 and above the 20 period moving average, closing around the 76.96 level, in and around this high that we saw from 2.5 as a push to recover some of the 2.2 downdraft, the biggest of the first downdraft candles. What happened on Friday? Well, Friday was options expiration. Things got a little bit wonky, as they always do on monthly options expirations. It was kind of an inside day here for the NASDAQ. A push above Thursday's high, a push towards that candle, that big downdraft candle's starting point, failed, but we closed above, again, the 20 period moving average. Where is our air clear? Our air is clear above the 61.8 and a move consolidating or time valuation building to move us above the 68.33 level, above the 68.70, and then back into the old consolidation range at 69.35 for an ultimate push to an all-time high. The interesting note also is that the dollar index, the DXY, gave us some clues to this movement of a recovery. As you can see, the dollar, as it moved up, the overall market and the NASDAQ, the S&P and the NASDAQ did their retracements, and then as the dollar started to unwind its valuation and come down in value, the markets, the major indices, the SPX, the NDX, started to recover. Friday was an interesting day in that the dollar moved much higher above Thursday's level It's an outside day on Friday for the dollar move, but again, there was a 100% retracement from the dollar's low and reversal back on 2.1 to 2.2, tagging 100% on Thursday, 2.15, and then bouncing for a move above 100%. Typical for a full 100% retracement of a bounce. It will be one to watch to see how the dollar reacts in the next couple of days. Again, market is closed on Monday, so Tuesday you can see how the dollar reacts. If this starts to move back up to its 50% recovery, then the markets are under some pressure for a risk-off trade. Let's take a look at some of the jumbotrons that might be setting up for a bullish move. First on the list, Amazon. Amazon made its 50% recovery back on Tuesday, back to the 61.8, so it went 50%, 61.8 on Wednesday, started off Tuesday's, then Wednesday's move above the 61.8 to a close that was very near this downtrend first touch from 2.7, a push above that level on Thursday, and then a retracement on Friday within the tail of Thursday's movement. Again, options expiration probably held this one down. So Amazon looks like any movement above the open for Friday at around 14.58, or even the closing on Thursday at 14.63 gives this one a clearer path to the upside. Netflix's recovery down to a level that it bounced while the market did its bounce. 1, 2, 3, 4 days up. Friday again, an inside day here, but a move well recovery back to this first large downtrending candle. Breaking above the Thursday high at 280 gives us clearer air back to recovery and to almost all-time new highs that could ensue on Netflix. Let's take a look at some of the IBD 50 stocks that are setting up for possible plays for the next week. First one, China Lodging, symbol Hotel Tango, Hotel Tango. Typical of the rest of the industry, big downdraft, recovery. Of note here is the 50 period moving average. I'll look below for a couple of days, tagging it on the backside, then a recovery to above it on 212, right below on 213, and a full recovery back on 214 to move back above the 50 period moving average, tagging the 20 period, and getting to a 50% fib on Wednesday. Thursday a push above, a look below, finish above that 20 period moving average and the 50 fib, and Friday closing on the 50 fib. Clear air here, a move back above, or a buy location would be a move above Thursday's high at around 149. Good location. Next piece, I would be looking to add above 151. Second IBD 50 issue that looks like it's setting up nicely. Alumina, India Lima Mike November. Push down to its close to its 200-day period moving average. And the uptrend line now leads us to a very bullish aspect. Recovery on Thursday of its 50 period, tagging or getting close to the 20, backing off to the 50 fib, and the 20 period moving average is just above us at this point. This one has a little bit longer time frame to go for clear air above. Buy point 230.95. What's my target? My target would be back up into this consolidation area, or about 50% of this big large down candle in and around the 240 level. Second piece to be added here, once above Friday's high, would be at the 61.8 or about the 233 level. third IBD 50 stock that looks like it's setting up is Atlassian, symbol Tango Echo Alpha Mike. No fibs here, but the downtrend line from 118, first touch at 129, was pushed from below to above on Friday, backed off to being right at that downtrending line. So any move above 30 or 53.41 would be a good location for a buy side. You can see the uptrend line was touched first on 214, and we've not come back down to it yet. Above the 50, above the 20 now becomes your stop at about 52.40. Again, that's that uptrending line. Last IBD 50 stock that is looking to set up for a good possible play to the upside, YY Inc., Chinese Internet, Yankee Yankee is the symbol. Uptrending line, nice and solid. Downtrend line from this 126 high and the 2-1 touch was broken on Wednesday. Nicely broken on Wednesday, moving below the 50, tagging it a couple of days, moving above the 50 on Wednesday, tagging the 20 period moving average. Thursday, that was the close of the day right at the 20, and Friday again right at the 20 period moving average. A move above that, first buy point 132.50, first target would be this first touch on the downtrend line back up here at 137.14. So those are some issues that look to be setting up for plays for the next few weeks. Going back to the S&P 500, is the path clear? Not as clear as it could be, but the push to the upside is going on currently. We've got Monday as a holiday, so you want to be aware that Tuesday's early morning activity is going to set the tone for the way the market will trade and try to recover those large topping tails that we saw on most of the major indices from Friday's close. On the S&P 500 cash, a recapture of 61.8 and a recapture of the 20 period moving average would be clearing that air for a move to the upside. For all of us here at ShadowTrader.net in Philadelphia, this is Scott Gillum bidding you adieu.